Now, to the topic in hand, we're living through both Brexit and COVID. So to put this in context, we're living through two concurrent shocks, one more regional and one very definitely global. But which is having the greater impact on payments? What are the consequences and how are we coping? So in the blue corner, we have Brexit, and in the red corner, we have COVID. I think I'm sounding a bit like a boxing promoter here, which isn't, I hope, the first thought that you would have looking at me, but never mind. Are they moving forward as one? Are they cohesive? Are they aligned, or are they all over the place? How are our regulators?
Yeah, they're certainly not cohesive at the moment. We are seeing different banks respond differently to us. We obviously have bank accounts in various markets around Europe. We're seeing maybe someone like the Polish regulator take a more relaxed view than, say, the Dutch regulator. The French regulator taking quite hard lines, even publishing names of UK firms that French companies should not deal with. So I think there is a disparity. It's not coherent. It needs to change. I think at the moment what's happening, Europe is holding out to see how many firms they can almost bring into their environment before they even look at something like equivalency or passporting.
Now, Nisha, I'm going to come to you first with the next question, because I heard this really interesting phrase, and I want to know, is it just made up or is it actually real? But the really interesting phrase I heard was one about IBAN discrimination. So is this a myth? Is it real? Is it actually a problem? IBAN discrimination. Nisha, give me your view on that, please.
It's absolutely real. It's something that we come across a lot. Definitely not a myth or a fairy tale. It's funny though, because if you think about it, the way SEPA is set up, the SEPA region, it was all to be uniform, having one IBAN covering, all these EU countries. But I think it's not as much IBAN discrimination, it's more in-country IBAN discrimination. For example, if you look at France, the French government would like to pay out to an FR IBAN. Even in Germany, they like to use DE IBANs. And I think it's more related to the country itself.
In terms of what's hurt more, I'd say definitely the jury is still out. We're still in the honeymoon period, I believe, with Brexit. It's caused a great deal of complexity and cost, but much of that pain has been obscured by COVID. What's really interesting with COVID is how well set up, well managed, and technology first organizations have coped with COVID.